Welcome back to ILTV on the Hour. We're bringing you the biggest headlines from Israel and the Middle East in just 5 minutes. I'm Devil Klein, and today is day 663 of the war in Gaza. Let's get into all of the top stories of the hour. We begin our hour with the news that for the first time since the start of the war in Gaza, Arab nations have called for the disarmament of Hamas. The countries in question, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt, all nations who have played instrumental roles as mediators in various rounds of hostage negotiations, have all signed on a statement, along with 17 other countries, the European Union, and the Arab League. The statement demands an end to Hamas rule in Gaza and condemns the deadly attacks by Hamas against Israeli civilians on October 7th. And a weird trend is taking shape as Arab nations come together to condemn Hamas and support Israel's war goal of removing them from power. Western countries are opting for a different, quote, path to peace. The UK has joined the calls to recognize a Palestinian state. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer gave a similar announcement to France's from earlier this week, stating that come the UN General Assembly in September, the UK will recognize a Palestinian state. Israel's foreign ministry has responded to the UK's announcement with great disappointment. The announcement read that the shift in the British government's position, especially now, is rewarding Hamas and is harming hostage for ceasefire efforts. US President Donald Trump also weighed in on the British announcement and had this to say. Take a listen.
Or at least could make the case that you're rewarding people, that, you're rewarding Hamas if you do that. And I don't think they should be rewarded. So I'm not in that camp, to be honest. We'll let you know where we are in, but I am not in that camp. Because if you do that, you really are rewarding Hamas. And I'm not about to do that.
If the French and British governments wish to be on the same page, it's good to know that at least Israel and the U.S. can stand together on the other side. Meanwhile, the Gaza War rages on. It's day 663 of the war, and with no signs of a looming ceasefire, the IDF pushes on, targeting terror infrastructure both below and above ground. The IDF posted a video revealing a full kilometer-long tunnel in Khan Yunis, the notorious Hamas terror stronghold. Troops from the Golani Brigade captured images from within the tunnel on their body cams. You can see in the video the troops located massive stockpiles of weapons and munitions within the tunnel. Secondary explosions following the demolition of the tunnel further confirms that the tunnel was filled with explosives. The 98th Division is operating in Zaytun and Sajaiya, while the 162nd Division operates in northern Gaza. Both divisions are dismantling terror infrastructure and eliminating terrorists. And the New York Times have amended their story with an editor's note after finding out that the Gazan infant, who served as the symbol of the, quote, Israeli starvation, ended up being exposed as a complete and utter propaganda ploy. 1.5-year-old Muhammad al-Mutawak was depicted by the New York Times editor as a symbol of the Gaza food crisis, and the stark images of his frail body sparked mass outrage and condemnation of Israel. But now, with the truth of his pre-existing condition being public, the New York Times have took the opportunity not to apologize for once again falling for Hamas propaganda that falsely incriminates the Jewish state. No, they decided to edit the piece and say that, quote, we have since learned new information and have updated our story to add context. And while the world continues to blame Israel for the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, a shocking video making its rounds on social media has proven otherwise. Take a look at this clip. It's a horrible moment of helplessness, of desperation, as tens of armed Hamas terrorists hijack the aid trucks filled with humanitarian aid supplies. The armed men are shooting in the air and at the people who even attempt to come close to the trucks. You can even see the Gazans trying to pick up the bags that have dropped from the trucks, showing the sheer amount of desperation to get their hands on the aid that is only getting to the hands of Hamas. And there you have it. Those are the headlines for the hour. We'll continue to update you on all of the developments. In the meantime, you can scan the QR code on your screen. I am Devil Klein. I hope to see you in the next update, and thanks for watching.